Hi, I'm Sean Welby and you're watching The Friday Itch. On March the 14th, lonely nerds all over the world observed what most of humanity takes for granted. Pi Day, a celebration of the mathematical constant equal to a circle's circumference divided by its diameter. Whew! Is it just me or are you getting horny? Pi Day reportedly started at Harvard University back in the early 1970s, when George W. Bush first used it to calculate the diameter of a mound of cocaine relative to the circumference of his nose. In a highly publicised move, Apple Computer issued a new security update this week in order to plug 45 security holes in both versions of its operating system. The patches address vulnerabilities in many of Apple's own components, particularly software like the ill-conceived Show My Passwords to the World version 3. Tired of being one-upped by Apple's showmanship, Microsoft proudly announced another 2,000 security holes it was looking to plug in Windows Vista. Security experts are now warning that common copy machines could be used for identity theft. Most digital copiers manufactured in the past 5 years have the same kind of data storage mechanism found in computers, only without all those invisible folders used to hide porn from your wife. A recent survey showed that 55% of Americans plan to make a copy of their tax returns, while the remaining 45% plan to make a copy of their genitals and fax it to the IRS. When reached for comment, a Pentagon spokesman reassured America that most of its military secrets were still copied using mimeograph machines and carbon paper. Bicycle manufacturers Giant Rally and Trek announced they're rolling out a new generation of bikes that have computer chip-operated gears. The technology, called coasting, was reportedly inspired by the last few years of David Beckham's career. Primarily designed for the retirement set, the bikes have 3 speeds: first, second, and I've soiled myself again. Google says it's adopting new privacy measures to make it more difficult to connect online search requests with the people making them. Google believes the move could prevent showdowns with the US government, who evidently can't live without knowing how many times a night you search the phrases homegrown pot, toenail fungus, and how to poison my boss without leaving a trace. Google believes it can guarantee privacy by either deleting search records from its system every 18 months or storing them in a place no one would ever think of looking, like Kevin Fedline's page on MySpace. In a web first, a Northern Ireland mortuary has begun broadcasting funerals live on the internet for relatives and friends unable to attend. The web funeral was the brainchild of Undertaker Jim Clark, who came up with the idea after realising people needed a way to wind down after watching 20 hours of porn. The broadcasts have become so popular, Clark even put a live webcam inside people's coffins, specifically for worms who can't attend the decaying process. So far, the only complaints about the broadcasts have come from senior citizens, who objected to seeing their own pictures in pop-up ads for future funerals. The mortuary's website advises that if you're watching a funeral and the picture starts to break up, it either means you have a poor connection or they forgot to sew the body parts back together. Recently, WellPoint, the USA's largest managed healthcare firm, began informing 75,000 customers that they had lost a CD containing all their personal information. But now the company has managed to find it again. WellPoint wouldn't say where they found the disc, but insiders say a surgeon may have taken it by mistake because they found a human heart in the box where the disc was usually kept.